Okay. It says we're live. I'm going to have to believe it. So if you're watching the YouTube recording, you might want to scoot ahead a few minutes while my chatters jump in the chat and we say our hellos and get started. Today I'm going to show you the Robyn McClendon printables for June that are available on her Teachable site. And after the video, I will put all the links for Robyn, where to get these printables, and the other ladies on the design team that are Kory, Lynn from Archaeologist, Vicki Ross, and Rachel Bellamy, Soul Rain Art. Here we go. Hey, Joan. Hey, Tori. Welcome. So I can't believe how Eileen. Hey, Jackie. How clean my desk is. It hasn't been this clean, and I can't even tell you when. I had a couple hours free. I took my mom over to her house today so she could visit with the neighbors. My brother stopped to see her, and then I came back here to work down here and try to get straightened out a little bit, and I got stuff done. Then the neighbors actually volunteered to bring her home, so she's back home. All is well. Hi, Susie. I think that's a new name. Welcome. Linda Renz. I think I've seen you in here before. Hey, Paula. Christy. All right. Come on aboard. So anyway, here's a picture. Oh, wait a minute. I just bumped it. Look at all that white space. Oh, my gosh. I can feel like I can breathe. Now I probably won't be able to work. Hey, Joyce. My mind can't work in an organized space, apparently. I even organized my little bits. All the smaller bits are in this bin. And this one has the fuller sheets and all the tape that I've made from the roll-off pages. So look out, world. Of course, by the end of this will all be history. I'm sure. I know, Eileen, right? Hey, Nana. So, let me show you a couple things I have here. I've watched some videos with this unicorn spit, wondering if it would work on the jelly plate, which I probably won't have time to do tonight. However, the Artful Dabbler, Tori, while we were on Xandra's stream this afternoon, she ran into her jelly plate and she has a bunch of these and tried it. And it did work. It did bead up a little bit. And then she tried it with clear gesso first, which helped the beading somewhat. But we will play with this. But if CB's on here, this is unicorn spit. I didn't make it up. Hey, Cindy. I know, right, Eileen? Hey, Dot. Hey, Kathy. And look, Eileen. Look how loved they are. Eileen sent me these stamps. There's two on this one. Yes, they have their permanent mounts with a prominent place in my cleaned off desk. I'll stamp them for you guys in a little bit. So I think I'll do a collage in the big book. But I'm here to talk about Robyn McClendon's printables. I'm one of the members of her jelly design team. And we're each trying to do a little project. Well, we're not trying to. We're going to do it, by God. And her printables are on her Teachables page. It's Robyn McClendon, McClendon. And they are $6 for 22 pages of printables this month. Crazy value. So anyway, I'll put all the links under the video when I get done with the stream. But here, I just wanted to fan through these and show you guys. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can have, well, where did that go? Okay, my Zoom's not working. How rude. Oh, maybe if I use the zoom button. There we go. There we go. Get that out of my way. Okay, so here's one of them, and these are combinations of her eco dyed papers, coffee stained, tea stained, rusted elements through here, jelly prints on here. You can see all of her little crusty bits. Hey, Amalia. Hey, Tara. Sorry. This one you may have seen recently, the centerpiece through here. That's where she was scripting with one of the Tracy Lebenzon really long, fine brushes. Maybe this one, I'm not sure. But that was beautiful. She was doing that. I think that's on watercolor paper. And more of her jelly prints and stained papers. Here's some of these big, I don't know what she has that she rusts with these big discs. You'll see some really big ones back here. Some of her scripting underneath. She purposely let some of these papers have some white space in the background so that if you do what she often does, and that is print these on paper you have already coffee or tea stained, then your staining will come up through these lighter spots. So that's a pretty cool idea. But I don't know what she uses, some kind of gears or discs, or I don't know what it is. But these circular ones, April, hey, are awesome. And those of you who have been watching her for a while may remember this, and it's on the fringe over here. This is a Indian hand-carved Indian wood block stamp that she used to use all the time. I think she said she got it from her mom. And it's a really cool design. Love this one. I might actually use this one. Love this little string of scripting down here, the big black circle, this little donut with all these little designs of circles through there, little rusted bit in the middle. Hello, lover. Oh, look, turquoise and rust. How bad can that be? Some ink blots, crusty bits galore. They're really cool. I don't know, Paul, if you've had a chance to catch up with Robyn's YouTubes. She's on Patreon too, but she's got a lot of stuff on YouTube. And really, really, really cool stuff. More scripting, more white space, some inky spots on there, which she said she always likes to include at least one black and white page. Hey, Laura. So that, and Kathy. You know, that always makes a nice pop. You know how I like my little pop of black and my pop of white? Well, there's some right there. Look at this one. I don't know what she uses to get that big circle like that, but I'm making a sandwich out of these two and eating that later. Hey, Glenda. So she also has given you double prints of some of these with like about a 50% transparency for more of a background that'll blend in the background, just some faint faint image here, but then the strong image here to use in the foreground. And that's probably my favorite print. Did I say that already? I can have more than one. Looks like a plate. It does look like a plate. However, it's rusted. So it's metal, unless it was like a metal charger or something. But I think I've seen other places where they're like discs. Like, see this one? Like I picture it some kind of big car part that's a disc. Teresa, hi, welcome. So I think, yeah, here we go. Starting with the double prints for the different saturations, which really cool. And I like how the crease shows in this one where the paper was folded. It looks really realistic in person. So here's another single one. This looks similar to that other one that was kind of oriented like this, but flipped over. You know what I mean? Well, so kind of not oriented like that at all. But another black and white bit. You can see the round disc in there and this little, looks like a big diamond ring. That's what my engagement ring looks like. Hey, Jan. Hey, Jamie. And let's see, here's another double one again with the different saturations of the same image. A lot of coffee staining in there. I think some of this pinkish might be avocado staining. And she's been staining with some black tea as well. I've had tea bags soaking upstairs. They say black tea, But I don't know, that still looks brown to me. But her black tea comes out kind of gray. Now this is some blue. I don't. That's probably wood. Woad. I know we had that whole thing about how to say it, but I have since forgotten. Hey Joyce. Oh, I said hi to you already, I think. Hi again, Joyce. You're that special. But this is another one. And another one. Just really cool coffee stain papers. And this is her style to a T. Hey, Stephanie. And this one. So there's 22 sheets all for $6 for June. You can also go back to previous month's packages and get those as well. I think March was free to get it kicked off. And each of the other months since then have been $6 with completely different series of papers. So there you go. And look at me, how organized I'm getting. I was seeing Robyn use these. She got them on Amazon. Little snap pockets that she puts her, like 1 month's printables in there. So when she's doing something, or when we're doing something with the design team, and I pull out an old page to use in something, and somebody says, that's not in the June packet, I can tell them what packet it's in. So look at me getting all organized. I can't hardly stand myself. So I just want to remind everybody before I get too cranked up here, that I wanted to say a little something about the Lebensson handmade bamboo brushes again. 15% coupon using my first name, Patti, P-A-T-T-I. It's Lebensson-paintbrushes.com, I believe. I'll put the link under the video when I get finished. They are awesome brushes. They're a work of art in themselves. Like, look at this handle and this piece of bamboo with the little stick still on there. I love those. And this one's $25. It's a small brown synthetic. This bamboo has a little groove cut out of it. That's just how it was in nature, but he polishes the bamboo. They're really cool. This was a special one I got when I saw him in person. It fits right into my hand, actually, where it has that little crook in it. But this one is called a green bamboo. And I took the sticker off, so now I don't remember what the hairs are. But it's a one of a kind anyway. But he's got all kind of different options on his site. Natural animal hair he gets from all over the world. Processes it a certain way. He outlines his whole process on the website. And Robyn is actually working with Tracy as well, using his brushes. So you'll see Robyn using these as well. Hey, Gail. So really cool stuff. If you like a nice paintbrush, even the synthetic ones really perform well too. The natural hair ones, just use those for watercolor and ink. Don't use them for acrylic. It's got silver fox, Siberian elk, deer, goat. I don't know what else. All kind of good stuff. But I want to show you these stamps real quick, and then we'll get going. Eileen's my best friend now. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Here's just a piece of tissue. I might actually use these in the collage, so I wanted to try to get them down here. These are by Stamp Zia, who I don't know her real full name. Eileen, if you do, post it down there. But Stamp Zia, she has since passed away, and the stamps are no longer available. And they're on green rubber. I had a couple of her stamps that were not this one, and I saw Rachel from Soul Rain. She was in a workshop with Seth at Queen's Ink a few months back. I actually had dinner with her that Thursday night, and we went over to the Ram's Head next to Queen's Ink, and Seth was in there, so he sat with us for a little while and talked. But she met Pat Porsche there, who actually is local here, and she had one or two of these stamps. Zaina is her name. Yeah, and it was called Stamp Zia. I used to buy spray inks and different specialty papers from her, and a couple stamps. But look at that scripting. Oh my goodness. It went through the tissue. This is just thin tissue paper. So I was mentioning that on one of my streams, and of course, Eileen, supply hoarder from way back. Hey, CB. She had them, and God bless her, pea picking heart, she sent them to me. Wait till Gayla finds out you're my favorite now. Is Gayla here? I hate to waste all these zingers when she's not here yet. Oh, I think I had that one. See, I was running my mouth. I had that one upside down, but that's okay. Still beautiful. It's funny that I know that they're upside down. I could be wrong, but I think to my eye. And yeah, Eileen said she took a lot of classes. She came to Florida a lot, and she took a lot of classes with her. I'd have loved to take classes with her. I went back in the day when I was spray inking everything that stood still, including my husband at sometimes. She had really nice spray inks. I still have them. But she had one that I loved. It was called, that quick the name left me. Was it Slate? I think it was called Slate. And it was, if you ever saw a Payne's Gray that had a turquoise-ishness to it, rather than like a blue or indigo or a, that deep kind of blue color, that was what Slate was. It was really cool. Mama liked that one. And here's this. I'm going to go sideways on this one. It's a little short, chubby scripting. So look at this. I totally messed up my place already. But look at those. That's yummy right there, people. Yeah, Slate. Oh, see, I was right. I'm rarely right, so yay for me. Okay, I'm going to put that up there in a safe place because I'll probably come back to that. So let's do something in here. CB Amaya. Hey, Stephanie. I do too. I do owe her. I tried to hook her up with some supplies at a Xander's shop, but then I was trying to fish around to see if she really wanted them. She told me she didn't want them. I almost had Xander ship them to her. Like, yeah, that would have been a rascal of a deal. Like, here you go. Thank you. Don't like them. Don't want them. I'm not going to use one of these backgrounds that I did for the rice paper test. I'll come back to those at another date. I want to use the Robyn stuff on top of Robyn stuff. So we'll just go, hello, here we go. Clean page. No, you use them, send them back to me. Yeah, I'll get right on that. How long ago did you buy those, Eileen? Do you have any idea? Just out of curiosity. I looked, I Googled, I eBayed, I did highs and I did lows searches. Let me get this unzoomed a little bit. Give me a little elbow room. Hey, Pearl. Okay, so let me go in here. I got to use one of these circles. I just feel like I have to. I really like this one. I like all of them. It's so hard to pick. You know, I like turquoise. And I see that Indian stamp in here too. So that one's kind of... Love the scripting, but I got scripting on there. Are you asking me that, Gail? Have I ever tried to add another person to stream along with you from another site? You can't do that on YouTube that I know of. You can do it on StreamYard and you can do it on Zoom. Although Zoom, you're limited to the number of invitees unless you have a paid account. Hey, Jude. They're more entertaining. I don't know that they're better. Oh, gosh. That's my friend Jude from New Zealand. So I really like these. I might use the lighter one somehow, some way in there. Where's the black and white one? Did I ziz past that one already? Zoomed by. So Jude and the people who just are coming into the chat, these are Robyn McClendon's June printables. Hey, Wendy. They're available on her Teachable site. And after the video, I'll go back and add all the links for Robyn, how to get the Teachables, the Lebanson paintbrushes, and all the other ladies on the design team. All their, hook you up with all their info. Where's the black and white one? Here we go. Let's start with this. Let's see where we get. Yeah, I think it's actually 40, Amalia. I think we usually get kicked off my friend's stream at 40 minutes. Everybody prepares and gets back on. I wonder if I can. Let's see. You lost your doctor's license. It was bound to happen, CB. Bound to happen, my friend. I'm never good at tearing these little edges off. Let's see. Well, see, what did I tell you? A little crooked, but that's okay. That's okay. Here's one. The thing is with the Zoom, like somebody asked me to use Zoom for this stream, not this particular one, but for when I stream. It would be, I think, very tricky. We use Zoom all the time at work, so I'm familiar with what it does and all that stuff. But people coming in and out and everybody trying to talk at once, especially when I say, what should I do here? And everybody's screaming their opinions at me. Oh, I'm not sure that would work out great. Of course, it might be fun with some of the, what are they called? The Zoom bombers, like the trolls on Zoom, when you can actually maybe see them. Lord only knows what we'd see. Eileen, you get an eyeful. But I've done it with, you know, a few friends. And the girls I grew up with from the old hood. We had one going every Friday where we'd all jump on and act a fool. But it was only like 8 of us. So it wasn't that loosey-goosey. Somewhat under control. I say that loosely. Let's get this bad boy down here. I'm going to kind of do the middle in the journal. And I'll try to hit the edges on the paper itself. And try not to go outside of where I thought I eyeballed that it was going to lay. But you know how that goes. Let's just get the edges. Not looking at the chat right this minute. So is anybody on here that uses StreamYard? I'm assuming the chat is like YouTube, where it's just a chat, where you can invite X number of people to participate in the windows, I believe, but I don't think they are on screen the majority is on screen. And oh, I went outside my bubble. I should mark it like Robyn does. Always follow the pro. And now I'm crooked. Great start, as per usual. That's just because that's the way I cut it or tore it. That's okay. I'm gonna let that roll. We're gonna go with perfectly imperfect. That's what I like to call it. You have to comb your hair to go on Zoom. I can guarantee you that you do not. That's not a requirement. Although some of the other people on Zoom might wish you would do that. Some might wish it. All right, let me see if I can. I don't know. I want this strip of scripting. I might take these circles with it. Let's see if I can cut it with water cut it. The ink's going to move and stain the paper a little bit, which will look pretty cool, I think. Let's see how long this has to sit on. This is just regular copy paper. Patty, are those Robyn's free printables? These are not, Susan, these are not the free printables. Those were for March, were free. These are the printables for June. They are $6 and there are 22 sheets, which is a bargain. And they are on her Teachable site. If you don't have that link, I'll be linking it under the video when I get done. This is cutting pretty good with the water. Oh, shoot, I wanted to get those circles in there, didn't I? I said that out loud even, so I might try to remember, but you know how that goes. Let's go around here. Let me have the circle. There you go. CB, you're out of the Zoom because you have to comb your hair. It's a loose rule. You don't have to. Sometimes some of these papers, it pays to let them, when you put the water on, let them sit for a minute or two. Hey, M&M. Hey, Jerry. And let it sink into the fibers, and you'll get a better tear. Plus, going around these curves is a little tricky on this paper. On rice paper, it would tear like a dream, but this, you need to be a little more cautious and patient. Neither are my strong suits. Not looking so hot. Hey, Dave cut my hair the first time. I tell you, with short hair, that's a lot, I think, and not just because I have short hair. I've had long hair. I've had short hair. I've had medium hair. But if you have short hair and it grows out, if you go a day or two past when you'd normally get a haircut, it's pretty much out of control. And so I was there. Gosh, it's been a while ago now. I posted pictures of them cutting it, actually. Since then, I've been able just to take I got a pair of thinning shears. My hair is real thick and heavy. And sometimes it just needs to be lighter instead of shorter to get some height out of it. So I've been taking a nip here or there. I actually took the buzzer on a 6 blade and went around my ears and around the back of my head. Got that a little jacked up, but he straightened me back out again. Right. You got to see, right, Jamie? Sometimes there are things I do not want to see, but it's nice to see some things. So let's go. I believe this is the correct orientation of the scripting. I think we'll just go right down the middle with that. Eventually, let's see what else we got. I love this circle. Let me see. I love this donut right here. It's like a circle, a bunch of circles in a circle. It's kind of a donut. It was the most perfect weather here today. One of those, that just makes you think, oh, if we could just do this every day, wouldn't it be glorious? Even with the looting and the riots and the craziness and the pandemic and all that. A really good, sunny, no humidity, little breezy, 72-degree day. Fahrenheit is what the doctor ordered. I want this to tear kind of raggedy, so I'm going to hit the... I did this from years ago, Stephanie, when I was in a class with Dina Wakely many, many moons ago at the Queen's Ink. She showed this. I think she's the one that called it water cutting, or maybe I made that up. I have no idea. But anyway, she showed us on tissue, and it's a dream on tissue paper. I want to get that white edge off of there, but I want it kind of deckled edge. I'm going to have to get me a deckled edge Timmy product here coming up. I think they're coming out next week per Zandra. She's getting some in her shop, but they're already obligated. And Eileen, guess what? Bless her heart. I think she's going to send me hers. She's getting one of the 4 that Xander had. And I know there was something that I asked Xander to get for me. Apparently it wasn't one of those. I don't remember what it was, because that's how my brain works. It doesn't work. I don't remember. But I'll get one eventually. That's like a little guillotine cutter, right? With a decal edge on it, Eileen. Well, don't worry about it. I'll see it when you send it to me. I'll sit it right next to your stamps that you sent me. Oh, bless your heart. All right, let's see what we got here. So where would I put you? If I was going to put you somewhere, you could go in any of these corners. There. I could put you down there. Then I can kind of hide that crooked edge down there. Yeah, I buzzed Dave's head a couple times. I cut my best friend Gail. Bless her heart. Hers didn't turn out so good. I was using the clippers on her. Her hair's kind of styled like mine, just, your basic short older lady haircut around the ears, a little short in the back. And she came over. She and her husband came over, and we were out in the driveway, social distancing, as I was trying to buzz her hair. Gail, I'll trim yours. And something happened, and I was doing good up the back of her head and around her ears. And I went to take a little bit off of her bangs, and something went bang. And I kind of right down her forehead from to the back, like about a 4-inch swatch that was 1/4 inch. So it's funny now that it's, hey Debbie, now that it's starting to grow out a little bit, she keeps texting me saying, hey, I got a compliment on my on my hair today. Actually, I like it now that it's grown out a little bit. I think it looks kind of cool. So where do I like this? Kind of like that. I did like this big circle, but now it'll be backwards on that page. Let me see. Maybe this is one of those simple ones where it just takes a few little cool pieces to put on there. Maybe I'll add some of that stamping. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let me have another little run through here. I think because that background is such a large image on there, I don't really think I need to put much more on there. Oh, look at it dark. See, it looks like a big engagement ring. Hey, Linda. There's one kind of blurred out of that same image. I think I might just go with what I have. I'm gonna put these in here for later usage. And let's see where we are. I don't know if I want to glue these yet or if I want to do a little stamping. Oh, I already stamped on here. I could collage these. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should do, oh, no, it's archival ink. Hang on. See, I'm kind of thinking out, trying to go with the flow. Let me cut these up just for gigs. And when I say that, I mean with the water again. But this is on tissue, so these should go really smoothly. All right, let's... See, this just really falls apart on the tissue. Mama like that. And you don't have to do it this way, but I like to try to get rid of as much as that white tissue paper as I can. Try to punch that out with the brush handle or not. Don't tear. It's a crucial spot to tear. This is going to be really flimsy till I get her down there. Maybe not the best idea I've had all day. Hang on, I'll be looking at the chat in just a moment. See, that goes through that tissue like right now. Oh my, what would I glue that with? It's so flimsy and frail. I was thinking the rice paper stuff to make it so that it went transparent, but get off of there. I'm thinking something like this down here. It's a little fat right there. I know how you feel, Stamp. There, I can get you in there a little bit, maybe ish, like in there. Maybe not. Let's see what else we got. Just stamp it on the page. I thought about it, and I might, but I had these here, and I wanted to try to see how transparent I could get it. But maybe that's the way to go, CB. Let's not overwork it, shall we? See, that's why I have you here. The voice of reason, scary as that is. Very delicate, like a ballet dancer. Rice glue. I've been watching you and Jackie a few months, and now I've learned so much. Oh, hopefully, well, I know from me, you mostly learn what not to do, but that's just as important. Just as important. Don't let them tell you it's not. Oh, you know why I did that upside down? Because it's not oriented the same way as this one. Let me do this. See, I put them on the old stamp stuff, so they're now cut the backing on them, and they're now clings. So these two, I think, will do it. Or, oh, do I want to emboss? Maybe I'll do a couple in black, and I'll pop one in there with some kind of gold embossing on it. Okay, let's do that. And I'm collecting my all my gold mink stuff's coming in. I beg a lot. That is correct, Gayla. And guess where I got them? You're never going to guess. Earlier, I was saying that Eileen is now my favorite because she sent them to me. All 4 in the set. I didn't even know there were 4. Bless her pea-picking heart. She knows I'm good for another cocktail next time I get to Boca. I love this donut. Oh, now I want a donut. Now, I know that Robyn is working on some stamps and stencils, and I'm hoping that a little scripting will show up here or there, maybe. I don't know when they're coming out, but I know that they are on her project list. And if you caught one of her, I think it was on YouTube, she said that she was getting some requests to do a scripting, like a webinar workshop. And you better believe Mama's in a front seat for that one. That's why, see, now I just said that out loud. Now I remembered why I brought Tracy's brushes out tonight, even though I don't know that I'll get to use a brush for what I'm doing. However, his brushes are a great add to use in that class to do the scripting. That's what Robyn's used for 30 years. The one brush she has was made by his cousin Keith that passed away. And then Tracy took over the business. So it's basically one of his brushes. They're very much like the one that she has. And she's been using it for 30 years. So it wasn't a dirt cheap brush, but you got it for 30 years. That's not too bad. You still have a lot of her stamps. Send me images, Eileen. Maybe we can negotiate. Let's see. Stop giving Eileen ideas, Gayla. What Eileen? Oh, Klondike. Yeah, not quite. It's we've moved. No, Klondike. It's only 7:43. Don't mislead me now, Gayla, because you're angry. So let's see. Which one would I make in gold? And where would I put the gold one? This little doohickey right there? Or will I put one? I don't want to overdo it because the simplicity of this is pretty cool. Do I do them both in gold? Do I do? I do that one up there in black and this one in gold. Yep, 8:45. You're an hour early. I do that when I think. I'm a tapper. I'm a finger tapper. Looking at my embossing bits here. Let's see. What do I have? What do I want to do with that? Do I want to use Ancient Amber? I think would be good on this page. Or the Platinum. The Platinum comes out really shiny. Maybe I'll mix them. No harm in that, right? Etch Platinum. That's pretty too. So which one? This is more gold. Maybe I'll mix those two. Patty, you need to try the gold flakes and the Timmy glazes. I'm sure there's a video out there showing that. Do they work because it's on a bigger area? I did watch a video after you said that in Xander's stream. Hey, Janine. Totally blank. I was looking at something in chat and lost my mind. Crap. All right, let's do this one down here while I'm trying to figure what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, in a bigger area. Okay, and then it just seals them underneath of the glazing embossing. So they're basically like Seth's beeswax and the baked textures, but more like the beeswax so that it's kind of smooth. Let's do this. Let's do that right there. Okay. Get that in a safe harbor. And this one's got glue all over it. Let me get a fresh piece of deli. Oh, I did find another box of my quick wrap and Dixie wrap in safekeeping. Let's mix these. A couple of these. This is a real fine. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do it in this. It's a really fine stamp. Fine line. I'm such a messy embosser. I'm not the boss of embossing. I can tell you that right now. That's all right. Can't win them all. Plug in the old heat gun. Joe, do you know if there's an alternate to the throwaway blades in the Oh, you're over my head talking about cameo stuff. Heat gun. Gonna let it heat up a minute. Curls my page up every time. But there is, I think, after seeing how fine this one is here, I might just stamp one in black up here. Actually, I might stamp black over top of this edge down here with one of the shorter ones. Hang on. Let's see. It's one of these. Let's put this curly Q one down here. Black. It's subtle, but it's there, and it's very pretty. I must say so myself. All right, now I want it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Slide my mouse pad underneath it here. Hopefully, is this the side I put it on? Let's just do a little something down the edge here. Yeah, it's a lot of colors, Gayla, but they're all kind of subtle and really work together. And that you'll find that in every continuing month of Robyn's printables. You can go back to month, look at you. You can come back to month number 1. I love you, Eileen. And use any of those papers with any of these papers or any other month's papers. That's her style. You know, that's her palette. And all right, I'm going to try to put one run of this. I might come up a little bit off the edge up here, not off the edge, but into the white space. Just a little tad. Look at you. Hello, lover. Oh, Mama likey. Look at that rascal. Now, looking how that printed on the paper off of there, I might next time not do that. But I did it, and I still like it. And here's a little shiny, that shiny, why am I not? This light's driving me crazy. Let me try that. Is that any better? Can you see the shininess on there? No? There we go. There you go. That was the Seth after the Wow etched platinum. Is what that was. Hello. Am I done? That's so easy. Those papers make it just so easy to do, like a page that I love. And where are we? 7:52. I blabbed for a good while. I'm sorry, I couldn't read Eileen's message. Something blurred out there on her text. Aren't those stamps nice? They are. There looks like there's other words there, but I can't make them out. Oh my goodness. Mommy likey. Wow, that was easy. Okay, I'm going to, what am I going to do? I did not expect to be done that easily. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna cut this down while I have the presence of mind to do it. And see, with tissue, you can just put it on like that, and it's done right there. Get rid of all this extra stuff. And this is what we were doing with Dina many moons ago, and I thought, oh my God, that's genius. And it really is. There we go. Let's get rid of this one too. And I'll put these in my little bag of tricks. For those of you who came in late, I got a lot of cleaning done today. I took my mom. Patty now has selective vision. Joan, work with me. I took, my mom wanted to go. She was a little homesick. So I said, why don't I take you over. We'll have lunch. I'll take you over to your house. I'll drop you off. You can call the neighbors. They can come over and visit. My brother went over and visited with her. I left and came home. So I had a few hours to do what I wanted to do. And what I chose to do was try to clean up down here. Oh, shit. trying to clean up down here. And earlier, I showed evidence of such. Don't get too impressed. I only got to my desk. Yeah, I've done that before, CB. Hey, Kathy. That's allowed. You can spend time with your hubby. But anyway, I haven't had that much room wide open on my desk, and I can't tell you how long. So that's what I did, and I went through my little box of tricks with all my little papers. Now I have 2 boxes of tricks, one with like more full sheets and all the strips I've jelly plated down my newsprint and made tape out of, and some that I need to make tape out of. And I put all the smaller bits in here, the black and white stuff's in here. I'll put that in there. And I have the other ones in a whole other box, all the tapes. Oh my God, I can't believe myself. Who are you, lady? Don't worry, I'll have it snagged up here in the not too distant future. All right, so what am I going to do? That was really unexpected. Let me put some of this stuff away. Try to keep up with it. I just want to sit here and look at my clean desk. It's quite the phenomenon. Let me tell you. Not long. Hey, please go up a couple comments to read my comment. You can't do all caps. Why can't you do all caps? Gold, red patina, or freaking show us what to do with our bazillion excess of jelly prints. Oh, God. I don't have that much time. I'm not a card maker. But you can make cards with them. I did make some. I told you this one time, but I'll get them out. Hang on. Hold on. I got my gigantic lawn and leaf bag that I was cleaning up stuff with back here too. As I shimmy through a little tight spot, I'll grab this and I'll show you this real quick. Years back, this was my bright idea to do with a lot of my jelly prints that I had on cardstock. And this is when I was jelly printing a different way and using like pretty much just my stencils. But I had the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. It makes it really easy. Hey, Grain. Do another page. I could do another page, I guess. But anyway, I took a piece of cardstock that I jelly printed on. Some are printed on both sides, some aren't. And I folded it and used the punch board around the corners, right? And made an envelope, put a little double-sided tape on here. And then I took, well, this one got dirty, so we'll ignore this dirt. And this is another reason why I don't do cards, because it's, I can't keep them pristine to save my life. But I took a little bit of the same print and put a strip down the bottom of the card and included the card in like that. So, right, there's another one. Said I just bundle them up with twine, like 5 or 6 of them, and give them as little girlfriend gifts or stocking stuffers or what have you. Oh, look, surfboards. But that'll burn some up. I also used to jelly print on round labels and peel them off and just put them on pre-made cards and envelopes. Like so. Right, so that's one idea. Use them in collage for sure. Oh, Lordy. I used to, I'll show you what else I made. You see people making journals all over YouTube, right? With their jelly prints. And this is old stuff here. Where the hell is it? Here we go. Oh, Lord. Oh, and some that weren't finished. So, get out of there. Gosh, I don't remember what year it was. I want to say 2014. Is that possible? I was published in Cloth, Paper, Scissors. It was their 10th anniversary edition, I think. And it was for, hey, Kathy. It was for something I called a Jelly Jumpstart Journal. And I actually had a 6-page centerfold spread. Oh, coincidence. Second time that's happened in my life. Oh, I can't even say that with a straight face. It's such a lie. But I did. I had a 6-page, I have the magazine around here somewhere in a safe place, no doubt. But I had a 6-page spread in the centerfold of the 10th anniversary edition for this book. And this is not one of the ones. So here, these 3 were in it. So I'll show you this. I had these 3 in the spread, and actually there are videos on my YouTube channel if you go back far enough, and I think it was in 2014, but they're titled I think CPS or Cloth, Paper, Scissors, and they linked in the magazine to my YouTube channel because at the time none of the artists they were featuring were doing videos. I was, Jerry, twice. Just kidding. Eileen probably had one of those centerfolds that I'm trying to allude to, but you know. So they linked the article back to my YouTube channel so that instead of just written instructions and pictures, which were in the magazine, they could go back and actually watch me make it. So anyway, this is what it was. And this is completely different from how I work today. But I took a file folder, a regular Miller file folder. I got the heavy duty ones. And I was trying to think, what can I do for somebody who's never made a book, never made a journal? What would make it easy? And I was at work and I pulled out a folder and I bent it because I had a lot of papers to put in there on these little marked seams there. And I went like that to put all these documents in there. And I thought, hey, look at that. Look how that lined up. So what I did was, the base of this is a file folder. I cut it to be about 1/4 inch on each side larger than an 8.5 by 11 folded cardstock jelly print. So these are all just folded jelly prints. They're in 3 signatures that I sewed in, and then I put some strung some beads on the ends, and I did lamp work just before that and had some old beads that were test beads that didn't come out right, but I can hang them on a book. So that's actually glass. But I just strung them with beads, and these were my stencils. You guys recognize probably the Outback stencil here, and this is one of the masks, and well, you can see it. But anyway, so I did this one because, you know, I like my purple and turquoise. I did this one all purple and turquoise. And what I did was I folded the material over, and then I put a jelly print. You can see the whole jelly print there, where I covered the inside of the folder, and it overlapped the material, right? And these, I'll use Yes Paste to glue the material onto the folder, and they're on there still really good. And then I just had, I think I had 5 jelly prints where I printed the fronts and backs. Right, so there's one side of the page and the second side of that page. Some of them are just cleanup prints. Some of them have a lot on them. Some of them have hardly anything on them, so that you have a different, my idea in my little head was like, oh, that could be like 3 journaling spots for this cleanup where this design came out white. One who doesn't journal, it's hard It's hard to realize what one would like in a journal. But anyway, so you can see, now here's the center. Back to a centerfold, right? And here you can see that was back in my PBO days when I was rocking the PBOs all over the place. And these were some of the stencils that were out at the time. And then here's the back of all of them. You see the same designs, right? Because they're folded, right? And then a signature number 2 and so on. So I tried to coordinate the color of the cover with the colors of the pages and the beads. There's another centerfold, right? So that was that. Here's the green one, green and orange. You can see the diamonds. These arcs here were, I think the mask. No, the big target one. What was that called? Early on, that was an early one. And this one I don't think has a lamp. Yeah, it does. This one here is, oops, that's a lamp work bead that I made. Come on. Well, or not. But I just use different little kind of seed bead, not seed beads, but are they seed beads? I don't know what the hell you call them. Little tiny beads. And strung on there. So when I did the signatures, I let the knot end up coming out kind of long, and then I strung them and then cut them off. All right, so here you see the inside cover again. Is that print? And 3 more signatures. Well, that one's got a purple one in there, but that's okay. Doesn't make me a bad person. Oh, these I went in with my stamps. My rubber stamps were coming out at that time too. So here's the stencil. And then here's the black is the stamp in the same design. And this small black one here, all the black is the stamps over top of the real, the stencil. All right, there you go. The arrows, all that yummy stuff. Excuse me. These were stamps in the Pac-Man. Design and design and design. So it's just that back then people were talking about how, you know, the fear of the white page and well, I forget what they called it. But anyway, this one had a little lamp work bead on it. I love this one, Raku. I have some Raku beads. I did not make these, but I love Raku. I collect it. Yeah, so that's another thing to do with them. That'll burn up 16 prints. Of course, you have to do more jelly prints on fabric to get it done. And that's what I use my 12 by 14 plate with. But I had done some other ones earlier on when I was trying to figure all this out on some batik fabric. I got it. What's the name of that store? It's in DC. Artifacts, something artifacts. Artistic artifacts, maybe? Artistic. Oh my gosh, I'll figure it out. But they had a really cool shop. They're the ones that travel with Art and Soul. And if you've ever been to Art and Soul retreat, they bring most of their shop and set it up on site so you can go shopping in between classes. A little too handy for someone like me. But that's where I got these batik fabrics that you'll see on a couple of these. Some of them I put a little pocket in there, put a little bead on the pocket, right? That was a cool print. Of course, now you can't see it. Oh, you can see it back here. Look at all the colors in that, baby. Oh, mommy like you. But this had all kind of crazy stuff in it. A lot of PBO, shiny stuff. Oh, that was my original patina print. Didn't know I sacrificed it for a book. All right. This is another one I did. Oh, this is one of my lamp work beads. That's one of my favorite combinations I used to do. It's ivory, and that black webbing is silver, a little bit of sterling silver that webs through that ivory. It's called silvered ivory. And little turquoise dots that cause a black circle to meet around the turquoise. I like that one. Wonder why. And, you know, just another one. Same stuff. This one, actually, oh gosh, what was her name? Lexi. If you guys, anybody makes jewelry on here, hey Shirley. Lexi, what's her name? She's in Denver. She does really cool silver jewelry and gemstones, semi-precious gemstones like turquoise and all different kind of stones like that. And I was following her when I did lamp work, and I got some of her tools that she used for soldering. And she saw me post these journals, and she asked me to make her one with sketch paper in it. So I made her a journal that she liked, and I put really nice sketch paper in it, blank, and she took it wherever she went to draw her little, oh, this one's really stiff, to draw her her sketches as she thought of designs. Ooh, that's really stiff. Must have been sitting in a bad spot there for a while. Sounds like my knees creaking when I get up. Oh, look, surfboards. This had all kind of crazy pages in it. There's the tribal borders. There's the orbit. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, that was a comb, I think. I just combed through it. Oh, I combed the paint and then picked it up through one of the mosaic stencils. That's what that was. It's all coming back to me now. So the stencil sale, I'm glad you asked. I knew there was something else I was supposed to be talking about. Thursday. The stencil sales usually start on a Thursday, run to a Sunday. And it's going to be 25% off the entire site. Neither Joan nor I have any new design out. The purpose of the sale is I'm trying to help out the Sherry's team and try to keep them employed a few more weeks because things have slowed down for them as well. And the designers having to work from home, and they don't have the access to the same equipment, computers and so forth that he usually design. Oh, look, I was in mid stitch apparently. So they haven't had been able to keep up with programming a lot of new designs. So Sherry sent me a whole bunch of badass stencils, and I have some of KP stencils, and of course I have all of Joan and mine that you've seen before. And she gave me a different, it's an eye stencil that's for the freebie. So it's 25% off the entire site. Free shipping in the US if your order's $50, which is standard. That's their policy for every week. And the freebie if you place an order, and I think that's $50 as well. I have to look back. I didn't have my little cheat sheet made up yet. Hey, Zay. And so anyway, that starts Thursday. I'll post the coupon code on social media Thursday morning. I'll try to remember to do that. And don't worry, they don't run out of stock. They take your order, they cut your order, and then they ship your order. They don't have stock sitting around. So there's no chance of them running out of design. So starting Thursday the 4th, running to Sunday the 7th. I had something else in my look. Oh, what I was going to say, and I suggest this every time, and people who have done it said, oh my gosh, thank you so much for telling me that. They have close to 4,000 designs on their website now. And I would strongly suggest if you see a design that you like, put it in your cart. You can always take it out before you check out, but try finding that bad boy again. Now, mine and Joan's are easy to find because they're under my heading. But when you get into the iStencils brand, they're sorted by like trees and flowers, objects, symbols, backgrounds. I mean, different obscure names, and they don't have names on their stencils. They're numbered. So it's really hard to go back and try. Yeah, it's close to 4,000 now, I think, Jackie. It's been over 3,000 for years. So I know they got to be sneaking up on 4. It's a ridiculous amount of stencils out there, but throw it in your cart. If you end up with 200 stencils in your cart, pull out 192 or whatever that you decide you don't want. But trust me that you it's a lot easier than going back trying to find one. Like, where the hell was that? You'll never find it. Patti, can you please design stencils for a 5x7 plate? Green, I don't see doing that anytime soon. There's a lot that goes into that with reprogramming the designs to fit. The packaging has to be done. And really, you can use any stencil on any size jelly plate. So I have 8-inch rounds. I have the 6x6 and the 8x10 because they were the first 3 jelly plates that came out. Jones stencils, I think, are the A4 size. So they're a little bit bigger. They hang off my jelly plate a little bit, but you still get the design covering the whole plate. So I don't see that happening. That said, if you look on there, I think you'll find a lot of the badass stencils will fit that. A closer fit to that. I see Facebook question mark. I don't know if that was directed at me. Can you play? Let's see. Shirley said, yeah, I post it on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. I post it on Instagram and then I share it to Facebook and Twitter is usually what I do. So here's one. I just looked at this one. I was trying to come up with another design to like incorporate a flap. Hey, Tam, is Tam on here? Tambit? I don't know if Tam's on here. You will remember a print that looked like this, Tam, that I gave you at, I think it was at Create in New Jersey many moons ago when I first met you, and you said you watched me on YouTube, and I was floored that anybody even knew who I was. And I'm still floored when anybody knows who I am. But I was doing that where I was raking the gold paint with a comb and then printing it over my big foam stamps that I made with the little kids geometric shape sticky stuff on foam on foam stamps. That's what these circles and triangles and lines are. That was one of my big foam stamps. Yeah. Hey Z, how was your class? Oh, thanks, Kathy. These are old. I'm going to put these away. Get these out of my way. Oh, Lordy. Lordy. Oh, I'm a little jacked up. Okay. There's that. And put that in there somewhere. Safe, maybe-ish. Okay, so another thing I did with a lot of my jelly prints, I think it was that Jerry asking me that? Was give them away. Give them to my friend Donna, who used to teach an art class to the senior ladies of her church and was always looking for supplies. And oh my gosh, this is an old book. Oh my Lord. Forgot about that one. Okay. Oh, here's something else I wanted to mention. I just saw this. Creations by Jay Sherry in chat is Jackie. And she has a Patreon page she's just starting. And she had some downloadables. Jackie, do you mind if I show those? Jesse, we paid the journal recorder. Thank you. Oh gosh. Jesse, if I'm saving your sanity, we got bigger problems, but thank you. I appreciate it. See if she's still in chat. I don't think she would mind. So Z, not at all. Okay. So that's just in chat. Creations by Jay Sherry. That's Jackie. She does the coolest jelly prints. And she uses 2 or 3 plates at once. the way she does it. You guys have to watch her on YouTube. It's the same as her screen name here, Creations by J. Sherry. But these are her printables for Patreon this month. And there's a new Mandela stencil design that she's working on in there. But her palettes, the colors are so cool. So really muted and earthy. But the way she prints, she comes out with some really ethereal, smoky, deep. Like, look at the depth in this print. Look at the layers. They're awesome. And look, remember I told you guys about how many jelly prints I had over here that were just stacked up and out of order. I found this. Happy Die sent me a fabulous card a while back with a nice note. And she sent these pictures. Oh, that's me and Tam at last year's art weekend. Oh my God. Ooh, must have been a rough one. But she sent me a little card with those in here. She makes the cutest cards. I just finished adjusting the color and some of them re-uploaded. I'll have to go back and check, Jackie. She's got a new crap, Jackie. What are the little short tutorials you call them? Like a little oh gosh, I don't remember what you call them. They're like 5-minute little snippets of a technique with really, really cool music playing in the background. What do you call art breaks? There you go, art breaks. So you got to check out her channel. Really cool stuff. But looky here, I sorted these. Now I have a trillion more in drawers at various places that I need to go through. But what was sitting beside me is now in this stack, sorted by paper. These are all deli. Here's some on black cardstock. These are on that painter's paper, rice paper, onion skin, tissue paper, and one on this, what the hell was that called? That's that Daiso stuff that Robyn gave me that had those really cool prints come out on. It's like practice paper. But yeah. So I'm somewhat organized. What do you know? What time is it? 8:20. When did I come on? At 7? Chats. Oh, did I forget something already? Or am I not knowing? Eminem, when you say in chats, are you talking to me, dear? Hey, the more the merrier. This is a little teeny tiny little snippet. Trust me. Oh, here's the one I wanted to do. This is a background on a page. Maybe I'll start a page with that on it. Because when I saw this, I thought, hey, I like it. This was that one done in that, what's the guy's name that does the 2 fields of colors? Roth. Patty, when you send me the roll of Gampy, take a little on jelly plate on it. I will do that, Eileen. "21 minutes to Klondike." I think Dave's on call since I'm otherwise occupied. Bless his heart. And you know, even looking at that with a fresh eye, I like it even more. I love you. But, oh, here's my mouse pad. I've been looking for that, cussing up a storm. That's the one you didn't like when you started it. This one? Janine, is this the one I didn't like when I started it? I don't like that I smeared the little globe there. It's kind of scorched down here a little bit. But I love the stamp embossed on there. Let's do it. Let's just glue her down. Rothko. Thank you, April. See, Gayla, she is the smart one. You got to give it to her. You got to give it to her. She's a smart lady. So I'm going to tear some of this stuff off. Oh, I wanted to tell you, April, wait a minute. I got that other, where the hell is it? That other ream of paper in from the Etsy shop. And she sent me a sample of the one other bond that she had on there. Did you get anything when you sampled it? And this is it. It's got a watermark on there. What the hell it says, I don't know. Eaton's Berkshire. Cotton fiber content. It is different from onion skin. It's more like bond, but it's thinner. It's kind of see-through. See my hand through it. Peekaboo. It's pretty cool. But anywho, I wanted to show you. Did not get a sample. I wonder if it was you ordered the same thing that I ordered. Paint and Paper Studio. That's Zandra's online shop for those who, well, you think I could get it back in there? Oh, there we go. Got her. Forgot what I was saying. Why is Gayla rolling her eyes? Oh, because she said she's rolling her eyes. She doesn't need a reason. Hey, better your eyes than a rib. Hey Z, how was the Zoom? I did, April. I was like panic mode, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it because one day I'll wish I did, and I'll be cussing because I didn't. So I did, and it was more than the others, but still very reasonable. April is a smart one. I've always said that. Oh, I love you. And these stamps. Okay, let's try to be smart this time. I watched Robyn do this all the time. Where the hell's my pencil? I just used it. See what happens when you organize? I just don't know that it's worth it. Oh, this is a very fancy pencil. How do I even make the lid come out? Well, oh, there we go. You do that. Push this down. Push that little thingy down. What stamps? It works. Are you talking about Zoom, Zandra? Patty? Where the oh, they're here. I used them on that. I used them on the page that I did. There's a second one back here. Oh, it's right here in front of me. These are two of the stamps in the black. This one and this one, and then the one that's embossed. Oh, hello, backwards is one of the other ones. I'm getting outer space from this print. From this one? I know, isn't it cool? Look at this really close up. You can see the, like that, what's that called? Dendritic, which it's just the onion skin that kind of puckers like that kind of feel. I got a little bit of bronze in there. And then this funky, cool stamp. A little bit of bluish kind of coming in down here. Where did you get them? The stamps? Eileen, my favorite mod, sent them to me from Boca when my mouth was drooling when I saw a friend of a friend use them. And I tried to find them online. They are made by Stamp Zia, whose name was Xana, and she passed away a number of years ago, and her stamps are no longer available. I did have some of her stamps, but not these. They're made on green rubber. If you ever see any made with green rubber, they're probably hers. And Eileen took pity on me and sent them to me from Boca. She's now my favorite. Now, Gayla, if you can top that, I'd be willing to put you back on my favorite list. Kick Eileen to the curb since I already got the stamps. Eileen, you know I'm kidding. I love you. Love you. Mean it. You're all my favorites. I hear my mom moving to the back room. Now that it's daylight longer, she seems to stay up longer with us. We've been sitting out on the deck almost every day. She loves it out there. Well, we do too. But the time gets away from me when it gets dark so much later now. I love the long days. The paper you are using right now, Patty, is it too... No, it's too great to cover up. Well, it is good, but it's not too difficult to try to replicate this one because it's just 2 fields of color with a little bronze in the middle. I took the 3-inch round stamp and stamped some Dragon Flash over it and embossed that stamp. And I have a picture of it, so I can reprint it. I tell you what, that photo, I don't know how you say it, Photoda, I don't know. But it's an app, and I think you can only get it on an iPhone. Photoda. That thing is mesmerizing. Let me tell you, I have been playing with that thing like crazy. I'll show you some of the pictures it's given me. Where are you? There you are. Oh, shit. Hope I said it. Gayla, mark me down for one shit. She keeps scoring my bad words. We'll put something over there. No one will be the wiser except for all you people on YouTube that actually saw me screw it up. That's okay. That's okay. Well, one that I'd admit to, Judy. Probably more that didn't even recognize myself that I did it. Okay. Look at you. Now what am I going to do with you? Now what? Okay. So if I do any of these stamps, they're going to have to be embossed and be shiny. Shiny, shiny. Patty, you embossed the circle. No, that's just a jelly print. That's just, I took my 3-inch jelly plate and put Dragon Flash on it and just popped it on top of there. And then it slipped and came down here a little bit, so it's not a perfect circle. It's perfectly imperfect. I see that's not sticking there. Oh, how did that happen? That's all right. It's okay. Don't anybody fret. Let's see. see if I can use a little bit of is CB on here? CB still there? She is. CB. Look. What does that say? I think she thought I was crazy at Sanders Stream when I said, hey, can you use unicorn spit on a jelly plate? Yeah, right, Patty. You can use, what else did you tell me? Some smart ass comment. Oop, I said ass twice. Mark me down for 2, Gala. Let's see. I want to stay with this kind of palette. Do I want to take that down an edge? This is kind of awkward because I don't want to. Let's try something. I don't want to lose the whole circle. Hold on, CB. Work with me, girl. I don't want to cover this up, and I don't want to cover all of that up. I can lose some of that, and I won't have too much of a hissy fit. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut this off kind of straight down here and cut this way. Where the hell's my brush I've been using? Hello. There it is. And Tori went on her jelly plate while we were on Xander's stream and tried it, and it worked. It did. She said it does bubble up. So this one again, I like this raggedy edge on here, but I'm going to have to let the water soak on there for just a couple minutes. Gets in the fibers and lets me tear it. It's not in Patreon, Kathy. The ones that I show on here are part of the design team that she sells, and those are on Teachables, on her Teachable site, which if you go to robynmcclendon.com, you can find the link to the Teachable site there. Once I get done the video, I'll put all the links underneath the video. The ones on Patreon are the ones that she gives us every month. These are the paid one. There's 22 pages this month for $6, which is ridiculous value. It's ridiculously good. So I will be streaming, God help me, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When I figure out the times, that's a little tricky for me. Thursday will definitely be in the evening because I'll be working all day. I'll be working all day Friday, so that'll be in the evening. Saturday, I know other people are streaming on Saturday morning, but I got to get this one in when the iron's hot, so I might end up streaming over top of somebody, and I forget if it's Shauna or Debbie. I don't remember what times they go. So it's going to be recorded. So if I do go over anybody, sorry for having to do that, but just watch them. If you watch them live, usually you can always come back. As long as you got the coupon code, you're good. You can go back and see what I did with some of them later, or the next day, or the 2 days prior. Just want to thank you guys. Oh, thank you, Jerry. That's very nice. I appreciate it. It's almost Klondike time. Hold on a minute. Let me ping Dave real quick. He's probably already done it. I thought I heard the pitter patter of his little feet back there. Bless his heart. So we got notice from work last week that we are in a holding pattern from working from home until September 1st. Reevaluating after September 1st. So, and we just had our building, the floor that we're on, renovated, moved into it new in December, and it was a new, I forget what they call it. I'm going to call it like a hot desking area where nobody really has their own desk. You come in and you sit wherever you want to sit. And they have different high-low desks. They had sofa seating with little pull-up desks in front of it, like little diner booths where you could sit together, private rooms if you had to make private calls, all different sort of stuff. It was really cool looking. I personally wasn't a fan because as an admin, an executive assistant, whatever the hell you want to call me, I got to have shit around. I need stuff. And we have to carry it in and out every day. Oh, look at all these caps I'm missing. Cards, what is the name? Kind of like Gatorade. What the hell are we talking about? Oh, thanks, Kathy. Oh, thanks, Deb. I appreciate it. I will avoid that if possible. It depends on what's going on with my mom that day and, you know, all the stuff I have to do on the weekends that I don't get done during the week because I am working from home and taking care of my 92-year-old mama, which isn't a load of work. She's all things considered pretty easy. Bye, Green. Dana. Hello, dear. I know. We are too in Baltimore. What's new? Sickening. I would not be the one to have on the front line of law enforcement because I would be kicking some ass, let me tell you. Oh, hell no. That's not what this is about, people. It makes me sick to think what happened and what that policeman did to George Floyd. But this is not about him and what happened to him. It's a free-for-all for all the maniacs in the world to come out and act like jackasses and steal and ruin hardworking people's livelihoods. Their own. So they burned down the post office. Where's that? In Milwaukee. And then you're going to bitch probably because they don't get their stimulus check. So, hello. Let's think that out, shall we? You don't want to get me started on that one. No can do. Anyway, let's change the subject before this goes violent. What's happening here? Oh my God. I gotta show you this video Chelsea sent. This will make me change the subject. I think about these babies. Where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. So Owen is 3 and he always has to wear all kind of gear. Goggles, helmets, safety vests, shoes, knee pads, whatever he's got that he can pile on. So Chelsea sent this one earlier and said Daddy went shopping. I guess he's getting him ready for summer.
Doing pretty good.
Walking with flippers and his mask and snorkel.
I'm sure Karen though.
If anybody's ever walked in flippers, it's not easy. Oh, and here's a still. Now he's got on, what the hell does he have on his head? I don't know what that is on his head. Here's a close-up. Now he's got a coat on. Good Lord, that boy. He's so damn funny. So yeah, that gets my mind off of wanting to kick some ass. Man, I'd be launching every freaking canister of tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets, nets, tasers. Like, get the hell home and act like you got some sense. How about that? How's that for an idea? Oh, yeah, I would not be the one you'd want in charge. Take no prisoners. Because he likes scuba diving, Gayla? That kind of went right around my little sun, moon, planet thing. Speaking of planet things, how about that space launch? That's a better topic. I won't grip my teeth so hard. Oh God, that just scorches my ass watching those idiots. Oh, anyway, write that one down, Gayla. Okay, what next? What next? I could come back and put another layer or something on there. Zhuzh it up a little bit. Oh, do I want to maybe like offset it? Like maybe like that blue is a shadow. Oh, that might be cool. Let's do that. Because he has the ocean vibe. Yeah, baby. Underoos. The new script stamp on the blue piece. On here? In black or yeah, let me get my bronze, Old Faithful here. Oh, and look. Hang on, let me show you this. Or these, I should say. Let me show you these. This was quite the project, only because I forgot about it for a week. Oh. Clean brayers. Patina or Seth Apter. With that indigo blue color you have worth the woad for that's watercolor. To do what with, Jerry? Hey, Vicki. Yeah, here's what they look like when you buy them. Those are years worth of brayers. Let me grab a little one here. Vicki, here's the page I did earlier using the printables this month. Love them. I mean, it would show up on the bare watercolor paper down here and some of this paper. Well, not there. Hello. Probably, no, it wouldn't show up on the onion skin. Not with these colors on it. Nope. Elisa, oh, you're having a margarita on the rock. God, that sounds good. Could you salt my rim and run one over? Breyer's chocolate chip mint. Mm. All right, let me do this little, I don't know what the hell's going to come off of this plate. Maybe nothing as much as I put on there. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of that splurged out there on me. All right, let's do a little offset number here. And I want to get some over on this paper. Close enough. Let's try that. Hey, Rachel. I'm working on page number 2. I did Robyn's printables earlier. Well, I need more on that. Oh, look at that big blob there. All right, let's do that again. I want more than that. I might have to paint this in with a brush, if not more than that. Wants to stick to that. Now I gotta line this up. Sorry, pardon my head. Which I'm actually going to my hairdresser, stylist, whatever you want to call her, not Dave, on Tuesday. Kathy, the printables on that I showed you are the ones that she's selling, not the Patreon ones. The Patreon ones she puts out for us, we get for free. They are different prints than these. Still miss that edge right there. Good enough. Good enough. All right, get that out of the way. But anywhere Rachel, oh, that's wet. I don't want to put that down there. But here's the page I did earlier with the printables, and that's those stamps. Remember the rubber stamps, Rachel? Use those in there, an embossed one down here. Yep. The new moon. Yeah, she has she does 2 different sets of printables, Kathy. She does one that's included in your Patreon membership that she posts on Patreon. Well, if they are, I'm not aware of that. And I am a BTS member, but that doesn't mean anything because I don't grasp it all. But I think the ones that she posts for Patreon are posted on Patreon that we can download from there for free. These that I showed you today are on Teachables that are $6 for 22 sheets. And they're different prints. She does not use the same prints for both. We get Patreon, we get special prints. So I'm stalling to let that dry a little bit. But I kind of like that with the little shadow there. And it kind of broke up all that blue-green with this blue-green. So got a little pop back in there. So now what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, maybe, Kathy, you're remembering March, because March, they were free on her Teachable site to kick off her new Teachables downloadables. Is that maybe what you're remembering? That it was no charge to it because March was free. All right, let me get my little bag of tricks out here that are so organized. Oh my God, I don't know myself. Klondike time, but Dave already did it. Oh, that was Klondike and a snooze, actually. Oh, okay, Kathy, good. Yeah, it's confusing until you get it. So that's kind of a cute little something. Do I want to put you down there? Can I glue you together enough so you make sense? Actually, I have more pieces like that, I think. That was kind of boogered up. Oh, I saw these little skinny pieces of that gold handmade paper that I have with the black designs on it. I've made circles out of it before. What am I missing that I'm supposed to be looking at? Can I plug my brother-in-law's Spice webpage here? I promise it's a very versatile and yummy spice. You can't, as a viewer, put a site in there, but you can kind of spell it out like SPICE space the word .dot space the word com com. It won't let you put a link in. So do I want to put these little... I have a couple of those in here. It's amazing what I found when I really separated this stuff and dug deep. Had to dig deep. Oh, here's another little piece. Let me see what that looks like. Oh, and another. See, I knew I had more. See, it's this paper. And for some reason, I had little teeny tiny strips. I know I had another one. I remembered seeing two. I found all kind of good stuff in here. That's from last month from Robyn stuff. Here's another little snippet of that. And this one, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of shiny. Maybe that'll work. Well, it's making me a fibber. I am sure I had two. Oh, there it is. Ha! Ha! Try and hide from me, little rascal. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I just like little shiny things. What's the name of it, Jerry? People can Google the name if the link doesn't work that you're trying to put in there. What if I do that and that? Like so. You probably can't see that good right now, but you will. Black and white drowns the delicate image on the black and white drowns the delicate image on the, does that mean right hand side? The what? The black and white. You mean if I use this? I like the black and white. Pop drowns the delicate image on the right. The stamp. Old Man's. So if anybody's interested in a really good spice, look at Old Man's, OLEMANS on Google. That's almost too shiny. Hang on. But you know what? I do like these here. I'm going to put these down. Hang on. Let's just do this a little bit right here. Come here, you little rascal. Isn't it funny how these little teeny tiny pieces that you think you're going to throw away are like a perfect little accent somewhere down the road. And I think I've had these in the bucket here for a while. Actually, it was so disorganized, I didn't even know I had them. I want this a little cattywampus there. Wish I had a third one to drop it down in here. But I don't, so alas, we shall go with what we have. That's two. No, that's two. It's just two. It's extra. Eileen, what did you do? We have a lot of spice here when Pat. No extra charge either, Eileen. It's all free. Every little word of it is free. Free. I like this one, but it's really boogered up. Let me see what else I can tear off of here. Make it even more fragile, you know. I just don't like all that white showing when I glue it down. If I'm going to glue it down. Over here, my neighbor coming back with his Harley. It's a pleasant one, though. It's not obnoxious. He's a nice guy, so that's all good. Not looking at the chat at the moment. Oh, crap, I pulled a little piece off, but that's all right. All right, can I do this without totally screwing it up? I'm going to have to, I think, use the Yamato. Uh-oh, wait a minute. The circle under your book. How about the circle? How about the circle like those? Oh, yeah, I was going to put that somewhere. This. Circle under my book. Don't start. We might have to phone a friend. I need a lifeline. Did everyone participate in the Set Factor blog hop? Yes, I did not yet, Rachel. It's open on one of my browsers, but I have not yet, but I am going to. Kimberly Dawn, hi, welcome. What kind of system you use to organize your collage papers? Oh, if only I had one. Oh my goodness, if only I had one. I do have, thanks to Rachel, Soul Rain Art in chat, she hooked me up with a contact who had some huge like map drawers from the government or from a university somewhere in Virginia or North Carolina. And God bless him, he drove up here. And Xandra, I still have yours. Xandra ordered one of them. I have 3 stacked up that I want to try to lay my papers in, and I just got to get the time to do it. Didn't happen yet. So where do you see this, Z? University of Virginia. Oh, Judy, how do you know that? Very good. You know more than I do about my cabinets. That would be great. I know. It's really tough. Because I had a stack laying next to me here, and I had some free time today, so I came downstairs, and just the stack that was next to me is all right here. So I arranged it by type of paper, only because it's stacked easier. So here's all my deli, my black copy paper, the painter's masking paper, rice paper, onion skin, tissue, and then this one random Daiso calligraphy practice paper. But now I have to put these with my other million copies somehow, somewhere, never to be seen again. Z, where did you see this circle? Other than under my book, I mean, on here. That won't last, Rachel, trust me. Oh, you're not drinking. But when is that, Judy? Really? Throw crap in a basket and call it organized. That's about how it rolls. Yeah, that will be a millionaire to match the likes of Elon Musk. If anybody comes up with that, and how to store stencils that are usable and not each in a separate pocket protector in an unknown binder. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That would, I mean, I have probably 4,000 prints. I'd have to be a big ass string hanging up there. But I don't, the way I'm set up down here, I have nowhere to put that without hanging myself. I'm not against a wall. I'm facing the center of the room. There, that would not work for me. Z, where do you see the circle? Oh, you just want to use it somewhere. Maybe we'll... What? Where's that? Here we go. Okay, hang on. Let me put this down. Maybe we'll cover part of this if it flubs up with that. I need a little brewski. It's a Russian for brush. And beer. Oh, God. I have no idea what I'm saying half the time. All right, let's try this. See if we can get her done. Oh, see what I mean? She's a hanging by a thread. This is probably a mistake even trying this one, but likes me a challenge. So we're just going to plow through. Plow through. And I don't even know which kind of rice paper this is on, if it's going to go transparent or not. There's all kind of unknowns here. But you know what they say, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. And I want some of that hanging into the white space, like so. Get that one back kind of where it belongs, over that way. There we go. And then this. Boom. There you go, baby. Now watch me screw it up right at the last friggin' minute. All right. Get a little Yamato on top of that. Hope the ink doesn't run. This will go somewhat transparent, no matter what kind of rice paper it is. Some of them go more than others, as we saw in the study a couple weeks ago. So if anybody's interested, look back, I don't know, a week or so. I did a rice paper comparison and used this glue on all the different, I think I had 7 different rice papers. And the indigo blue was the best, and I think nobody can find it now. I don't even know if it's still made. I've had that for years. Actually, I may have gotten that, Eileen, off the Stampzia site, because I got a lot of odd papers from her site one day, many moons ago. Maybe overlap it over the larger one. The circle, you mean? Directly from indigo blue? Jackie? I'm sure that's probably what you meant. Cool. Good to know. Now there's a mad rush to the indigo blue site. I wonder what took their server down. All right, that's going to take a hot minute to dry. I didn't think about putting that. See what I did? I wasn't paying attention where this is over the black on the black. It doesn't show that much there, but hoping for a subtle miracle. Maybe what I'll do is when this dries, I'll use my embossing pen and draw over that and then come back and emboss it. Ha! How about that? All right, let me dry this. He done. Oh, cool. Oh, Lord. I hope it's the right one. Make sure that's dry up there, too. You know, some days I sit down here and I don't like anything that I throw on the page to collage, but I must be firing on all cylinders or something, if I do say so myself, because I really like this one, and I'm liking this one. All right, let that sit there for a minute and cool off. I don't want to buckle up the papers. Tapping, because that's what I do when I want to stall. So I'm thinking about putting one of those stamps, Stamp Zia, and dropping it right through the moon. Right by the light of the silvery moon. That's what I'm thinking. See, that's going to run into there. That one's too long. I guess we'll have to. Oh, should I do this one? That would kind of go right on there and out the side. That might look cool. Now, what will I stamp it with? Pray tell. Just black? Black embossing? Red embossing? Chinese red? You know, Gayla, I'm pretty sure that was it. But then I thought about Eileen being my favorite again, and now I'm not sure. I know that sucks. Hey, Nancy. Oh, thank you. What do you have that I want, Gayla? Maybe we could get you up there again. Oh, mercy. Okay, here we go. Here, this is a normal time when I make a suggestion. Make it red. Make it black. Sometimes that's... I like how that goes through there. I do. I'm wondering if the heat is going to bother this thin onion skin where it's lifted there. If it does, I'll just have to put a big flat circle of something over there and not worry about it. It's only a piece of paper. Not going to get too crazy. All right, so hang on. Embossing drawer. Embossing ink. Gold lavender. Somewhere I have a super fine black. What's that? Silver pearl. Ultra fine silver, platinum, patina, gold, clear, ranger. What is this? Super fine black. There you are, super fine black. And then where's my Chinese red? So I'm thinking if I did the red, maybe I'd do the red over these letters too. My first thought was to do the patina to bring in these colors again, but that's going to be kind of blendy. Maybe I need a little pop. Don't freak your freak. Eileen says it needs to be red. Eileen is the master. It shall be red. If it doesn't work, I will cuss her. But until then, we'll assume she's right. And it's going to be a really thin line up here. Remember, this is a real fine line stamp. He's fine. So let's just do it. I'm going to make sure this gets real gooeyed up here. Make sure I hit all my little marks. And I want to put that right about there. Purple. See, there's always one that goes against the grain and sounds like a good idea. Miss Sassy. Yeah, that's why I thought about putting it in the font down here, or the scripting rather. Did that even, oh Lord, did that even stick to anything? We're about to find out. All right. The red splat looks good on there. Ooh, yeah, that looks pretty good. Look at you. Try not to hose this up too badly. Put that way out of range. All right, let's all right, heat gun. Let's get her done. Good for you, Jess. You can't let the bastards get you down. There's too much crazy in the world. You got to try to focus on where you find joy and do whatever that is, even if it's wrong. I've always said that. Okay, please don't blow apart. I think we got her. You can't hate that. You can try, but you can't do it. So here's my letter it pens. Is that the brushy one? Yeah. We'll try that. And what I'm going to do is this wide scripting that I did down here on the rice paper. Let's see if I can get this one. I'm going to just go in here and I'm going to try to hit part of this, but I still want the black showing. And this will help where it went black over black. So it'll get a little more of a contrast in there. And this letter pen, this one, the medium, has like a brush tip on it. So it kind of what's today? Sunday? What comes on tonight? The Wall? Does the Wall come on tonight? That show's going to give me a stroke. Oh, Lord have mercy. I told Dave, I'm not sure we could play that. But if we do, always tear up the contract. Although the last time They went from a ton of money to zippity doo-dah at the end. But almost every time, if they tear up the contract, they get more than what they started with. I'm paying attention like I'm ever going to be on there, but you know. Oh, shit. That's not good. Look where all that's... Oh, shit. You know what? Daggone it. The glue on the paper was still a little wet, see? So now, sweet mother of pearl. Hang on. I gotta get a little something. A little something. Try these two little somethings and see if they work. Crappity crap crap. Okay, let's not panic just yet. There's plenty of time. Oh, look, see, that's coming off of there. I might be able to save it. Not looking at chat. I'm doing a very precision move here to unscrew my screw up. See, I blame this on Gayla for not reminding me that the paper could still have like glue on it. See how I did that? It's coming back. And this onion skin has so much texture. It's like an English muffin. There's all sorts of nooks and crannies for this stuff to settle in. Sweet Moses. Shouldn't get too overzealous here. I'll be scratching into the good stuff. All right, save any chat comments or questions until I can pick my head up. I want to get this before it dries. See, this is what not to do. Isn't that important to know? And I should change my channel name to Take One for the Team. That's what I should do. I know you guys, you'll love it when I screw up. Think of all the money I save you. That alone. I don't even know how this one's supposed to go. There we go. There it is. Sweet Moses. Hopefully I'm still on the air. I haven't looked at the chat for quite some time. But I've got a really... And that's a good one to use, this rubber tipped little number. Is it like 10 o'clock yet? Ay, ay, ay. This is what I do for you. See, I really knew I screwed up on purpose. Yeah, that's it. Just to show you what not to do. Let's go with that. All right, well, let's... little better. Okay, we're going to call that a partial save. Lord of mercy. All right. Lord of mercy. Yeah, this is Eileen's fault. I knew it was going to come back to Eileen. Gail is not afraid to play dirty, Eileen. You just got to remember that. All right. Lord of mercy. Okay. Heat gun. Now watch it all buckle up from the glue. Lord of mercy. We're going to call that texture for where it's still stuck on there that it shouldn't be. Boom. All right. Well, it's not great, but it's done. At least that part is done. Now, hang on. Let me get rid of this. Feels like I'm on the beach, which wouldn't I love to be, but nobody needs to be seeing that anymore, let me tell you. Oh, I know what I can show you guys. Put a gold circle on the bottom right. Put your chop on it. I don't think my chop would show on that, honestly. Oops, I'm like all jacked up here. Is my hang on to your lunch. I'm going to move the camera. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. This week. I know. I'm thinking about the 3 thing myself. Like I need a little third spot of red. Like maybe put something red under here and let the border of red show out somehow. I don't know. I'll have to think about that in a minute. I'm going to show you a picture while I'm thinking about it. So we did marketing leadership meetings last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 5 to 6 hour Zoom calls every day. So to make it a little more riveting and interesting, so we didn't all try to jump, we had theme days for the Zoom backgrounds where you can have your virtual backgrounds. One day we had a old photo day. I'll show you my old photo. Some of you know that I spent most of my adult life for several decades scuba diving every weekend. This picture was taken underwater in the Florida Keys at Camp Pennycap State Park, rather, on one of the coral reefs. That's me. They even took my regulator out of my mouth so I could smile for the camera. Of course, you can't tell, but that is also me. That's what they call blued out. Did you know what that means? Blued out? See how the picture looks all blue? Do you know why? Anybody out there know why? It's a very interesting piece of trivia. You will not believe this, those of you that know me in person, but that was me. Look, my little knife tied around my calf, ready to kick some ass back then. Bring on the looters. Oh, Gala, shut up. Yep, the deeper you go, the more you lose the sunlight and you lose the spectrum of color except for blue. So when you scuba dive and you're looking for tropical fish or something, like see you, and here you see the red in my vest, I'm much shallower there. If I would, that same vest, you can't see the red. It's blued out. See that? Good night. Go to bed. Is that powder medium red? It is called Chinese red. Which Eileen cost me money because she made me buy it. Stampendous, Chinese red. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So when you dive deep like this, we always took a light, and you could shine a light and bring back the full spectrum of color to see all the multiple colors on the coral and on the tropical fish and stuff. That's pretty cool. Yep, I dove from 1980. I got certified in 1980. These pictures were taken in 81, so it was, what, 39 years ago. And then my husband and I had several different boats where we went every weekend from February to February to Thanksgiving, and went offshore scuba diving the wrecks from Hatteras to Delaware, depending on where we lived at the time, every weekend that the weather allowed us to go. Yep, so that's what, where the hell am I here? Yeah, so there you go. There's your scuba lesson for the day. And some pictures you're not soon to forget. So I feel like I need something going on up here. Maybe this goes up here with a little red under it somehow, some way. Yep, we dive on the shipwrecks and look for artifacts or lobster. Catch fresh lobster and bring it back. Cook it on the dock. And I would always be the one to go on a butter and beer run. Crack those suckers open with a ball peen hammer, dip them in melted butter, drinking a cold beer. Don't get much better than that. Oh my. Okay, I gotta look in my paper drawer here for a minute. Oh my God, a ton more jelly prints. Sweet Moses. What am I gonna do with all that? What's happening here? Something is amiss. Oh, there it is. That paper is dropping down to another level. It's not good. Okay, I think I have red paper. Oh. That's kind of interesting. I think Chris Newton sent me that, if memory serves, and it usually doesn't. So, just saying. There's a little piece. Note to self, I don't have a lot of red paper. Oh, that's some Joss paper. All right, let's have a little look-see. Oh, that's gold on gold. That's stupid. That's not going to work. Hello. Pay attention. I must be getting a little tired. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Embossing. Oh, hey, Sharon. So what if this just showed a little too much? I just want a little edge of red. So red and gold wouldn't be bad, right? Let me. I laugh at myself when I want to say fussy cut because you know that ain't happening. Let me just, for shits and giggles, let's just get a little bit of a red border. I probably should have used the water brush and try to watercut a circle so I get a scraggly edge. I might still do that because this one looks like, write me up, Gayla. Shit. I like to give her a heads up when I know it's coming. Sometimes they take me by surprise and I don't know what I'm going to say. That one I knew. I felt it coming. See just that little bit of red around there? Maybe. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try it with water. I don't know how this stuff's going to cut, but we'll just try it. All right, it's just kind of laying up on top. Oh, there we go. So it's just kind of laying up on top of that. But that is giving me a cool edge. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat again. How rude. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, it's not too bad. Of course, it's coloring the table. Yeah, the table. This. It's like that dye tissue. Patty, my mask finally came yesterday. Oh, crap. Right when I canceled. 9, 10. 10? Really? I think you're mistaken. Okay, let's, where do I want to put this? Up here? Like off the side? Down like a chop? I think this feels really empty to me. Let's go there. Just outside the paper. It takes up a lot of this blank. Let's just do it. How are they, Rachel? How would they be for a large-headed woman? Some of the masks that we bought, not fitting big girl. I need to get one of those little plastic extension things that go behind them because a couple of them just flap my ears forward and sprung off of my head, which my husband is quite entertained by. He was there when I was looking. Oh, shit. When I was looking for glasses. Oh, 11. Ah, darn it. And I finally found glasses that fit me. You guys remember that story. Well, my regulars will. Oh, damn. Come on. I don't care about the middle because it's going to be covered. But, oh, that was another one, wasn't it? Oh, you got a couple words there, Kayla. Get off my finger. kind of a wonky circle, but that's okay. I don't mind wonky. You guys remember telling me about when I was trying to find glasses and I was looking everywhere, and we were in Walmart one night and he said, "Hey babe, why don't you try looking in here?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I'll never find anything in there." What the hell? So we went in there looking, and I'm going around 3 walls of glasses. Nothing. We finally get where one pair fits, but I don't really like them. Well, oh, cool. Well, that fit. Let me try another pair, and another pair fit, and another pair fit. And I was like, man, these are all fit me over here. So I said, I looked back and I looked up at the sign, the display they were on. They were called fatheads. I screamed laughing in Walmart. Everybody turned around. The woman that was waiting on me was appalled that I thought that was funny. Bless her heart. Oh my God. And he was just grinning, shaking his head, laughing at me, thinking, oh my God. But yeah, the fatheads are finally the ones that fit me. So, so I got a big head. There's a lot of brains up there. What am I, I can't help it. Okay, I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to go have some ice cream with my husband. He probably won't, but I'm gonna. So I'm happy with what I did tonight. Saw a video, put a rubber band through a button hook. A button hook? What the hell's a button hook? To each side of OG glasses. Oh, Lord. And use buttons to hold the mask on. Put a rubber band through a button hook to each side, of glasses. Sorry. And use buttons to hold mask. I'll have to look that up. That sounds like somebody's going to have to phone in a friend. Give me a lifeline to figure that one out. Oh, God. Anyway, all right, kids, that's 2 hours and 42 minutes. Mama's going to go kick my feet up for a little while. Back to work tomorrow. Well, in my guest bedroom that is now my office. Not much of a commute, but still working. So anyway, don't forget Rachel's printables in my handy dandy little folder on her Teachable site. When I get upstairs and get myself going, I will link everything below the video. Don't forget about the upcoming stencil sale starting Thursday, the 4th of June, 2020, if you're watching this 10 years from now. And 25% off the entire iStencil site. Free stencil with a purchase, free shipping with a purchase for US. I'll pass out the coupon code Thursday on social media. Start shopping, put stuff in your cart, and take it out before you check out that you don't want. But it's easier to find, trust me. Everybody loves that tip. So anyway, here's where we ended up. Here's Rachel's printables page. Love it. Love that little embossed stamp on there. And love these. Eileen, you're still my favorite. I think Gayla threw in a couple extra plugs there on my count just because I said you were my favorite, but I don't care. I'm willing to let her try to outdo you, but I don't see it happening, to tell you the truth. And then here's number 2. 2 pages in one night, and I like them both. How's that possible? There's that little stamp again. Love this stamp. And there's my how not to emboss over scripting. Tam, why did I hang on? Wait. I was talking about you earlier. I got a card from Happy Dye from last year. Look what she sent me. Me and Tam. So if your ears were burning earlier, that's why. And next time, well, no. Well, maybe. I'm going to do the stencil, so we'll be doing jelly printing. I'm going to spit me some unicorn spit on the jelly plate next time. I only have this one color. I know it's turquoise, We're going to try it and see what happens. And that's that. So it's a wrap. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you soon. There it is. End stream. Bye.